WCEA wants all teachers to be fully informed in regards to the new teacher evaluation system. To assist you in doing this, WCEA feels it is first necessary to communicate a few important points. First, no aspect of this evaluation system has been officially agreed upon. Everything is subject to change. WCEA is asking all teachers, especially pilot participants, to review the new evaluation tool and provide any feedback. Your role in this process is highly valuable as your comments, concerns, and suggestions are important to improving the model. WCEA has already identified several areas of the new system that need to be improved upon or changed, and your feedback strengthens any proposed improvements or changes. Second, WCEA would never approve an evaluation model that incorporates standardized testing scores as a method of evaluating a teacher. The only reason we have to accept this as a measure is because it is now a state law. Research proves that testing measures such as HSAs and MSAs are not valid reflections of a teacher's effectiveness. We understand there are too many factors that may impede student performance that are out of a teacher's control. We also know as teachers that we could have the best lesson plan, the best execution of that lesson plan, and do everything perfectly, and there will still be students that will not perform well. In addition, WCEA has learned new information regarding the School Performance Index. There is not a requirement to include this index in the 50% growth portion of a teacher's evaluation. As long as the School Performance Index is included in the evaluation, teachers, especially those with 1 or 2 tested subjects, are really being held accountable for testing scores twice. And to make matters worse, the new state superintendent, Dr. Lillian Lowery, is asking that the testing measures in the 50% growth portion of the evaluation be raised from 10% to 20%. WCEA has been in constant contact with MSE on this issue and will report any new information as soon as we receive it. Third, we must discuss student learning objectives. SLOs are supposed to be the one measure in the student growth portion of the evaluation that the teacher has the most control over. HSAs and MSAs are not good for this type of measurement. Teachers are already held accountable for testing scores in one area of student growth. If a teacher uses any of these measures, including benchmarks, to measure their SLO, then they are basically basing the entire 50% student growth portion of their evaluation on standardized testing measures. Creating SLOs is not supposed to serve as a method to create a lot of new assessments. WCEA is encouraging teachers to look at what they are already doing and incorporate that into the SLO. In closing, there is no doubt that the new evaluation system will create a heavy strain on our schools. As long as the 50% student growth measure is a part of a teacher's evaluation, WCEA believes any evaluation system to be unfair to educators. There is much work that needs to be done before this is all over. What I want you all to understand is when this process is over, we have to live with this evaluation system. Now is the time for every teacher to educate themselves about this system and bring forth any comments, suggestions, and concerns. Education is changing drastically, and it is our responsibility to protect our profession as this change occurs to ensure that we, as teaching professionals, are treated as such. To assist you all in understanding this process, WCEA is hosting its first information session on the new teacher evaluation system on October 3rd, 2012 at the WCEA office beginning at 4:30 p.m. It is WCEA's intent to advocate for the fairest evaluation possible, and together we can do just that. Thank you all.